Hi, I'm David Martinelli. If I could have dinner with one person in history, that would be Babe Ruth. I'm a huge baseball fan. I play baseball here at Dallas Baptist. I also play outfield the same as him. Um, One reason I chose him because he, to me, is just the greatest baseball player to ever live. So many things that he did throughout his career were just so supernatural and so just unbelievable for the city that he played for. I mean, he was a celebrity. He truly was. He really put baseball on the map. I think the biggest thing, though, is what he did for the children of his community while he was a big-time star. When he was little, he had problems growing up. They say that when he was 6 years old, he used to go to the docks and he would smoke and drink with a bunch of older guys. They even said he had like an older girlfriend who was just trouble. His parents got fed up with him and gave him away to St. Mary's School for boys. It was just a school for troubled youth. When he was, I don't even know, I think it was 9 years old. And there he met a priest. His name was Brother Matthias. Brother Matthias was an avid baseball fan. He obviously loved the game of baseball, and he taught Babe Ruth everything he knows. Babe Ruth, when he was 8 years old, was playing on the 12-year-old team. And when he was 12-year-old, he was playing on the varsity team for the high school. I think they said when he was 19 years old, he signed with the Baltimore Orioles. He played there for a little bit, and then he was traded to the Boston Red Sox. A lot of people don't know, they know him for the hitter that he was. He had 14 home runs, which is third all-time in the history of baseball. He held that record up until the 1970s when Hank Aaron broke it. But he was not just a power hitter, he was a pitcher too. And a lot of people don't know that his pitching was almost as good as his hitting. He was unbelievable at pitching when he played for the Red Sox. He pitched in the World Series, and then he got taken away a couple years later by the New York Yankees. So back to what I was saying about him with the kids. I read some stuff. I even saw like a little short clip on him on ESPN, and it talked about all the stuff that he did. Whenever he would drive around, like kids would always wave at him and stand in the street so that he would pick them up and just take them in a car ride. Back in the early 1920s, whenever cars weren't really that popular and not very many people had them. He loved kids and he loved being around the kids. He would even drive and he'd find kids playing baseball like just in a sandlot somewhere, and he would try and ask if he could play. Just try to brighten their day a little bit. He would even give out tickets, and at these games, he would also give hot dogs to kids. And so kids that didn't have enough money to buy food at the games, he would always provide for them. That kind of ties into me is I'm from Waxahachie, Texas, which is just a few miles south of here, and my school at Waxahachie is a pretty big baseball school. We take baseball very seriously there. The tradition at Waxahachie is pretty big, and we have this day. It's called Champions Day. Champions Day is we have a game around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. A lot of kids show up. A lot of kids show up all the time, but at this day, they show up in full uniform, ready to go. After the game's over, the players stick around for a couple hours. We just show the kids what they, how to play baseball the right way. And one thing that I've learned here to play baseball the right way is glorifying God. In high school, we were pretty big on that. We talked to a lot of the kids. They were from my church, and so it was just a great thing to see those kids come out there and play. And one thing that separates me and Babe Ruth is that he didn't have a very good family. Growing up, he was a troubled kid. And I love my family to death. I couldn't ask for a better family. I've got 2 brothers, and I've got 2 sisters, a mom and a dad. And I love them very much. I'm super blessed with what I have, and I couldn't thank God enough for it. But Babe Ruth, he growing up, he didn't have anybody really there for him except for all the kids in this boys' school. And I'd love to just sit down and talk to him and ask him what it was like to not have anybody there, and what it felt like to all of a sudden become just one of the greatest baseball players of all time. What goes on through his head has to be I don't even know. So if I could have dinner with one person throughout history, it would definitely be Babe Ruth. So yeah. So thank you.